Hi, my name is Suzanne Mernovas. I am an author of two books, and in my new book, My Life as a Secret Agent of the Most High God, I speak on the trials and tribulations that I've gone through, certain things that it is almost impossible for us to come out of with our mental health in order. And I speak on these things very bluntly, very authentically, with the hopes that I can bring out awareness into humanity about how detaching from the programming, living in our own authentic nature, and taking care of our physical vessel is the way for us to heal. And so, in my book, My Life as a Secret Agent of the Most High God, I speak on forgiveness and how we make it to forgiveness by detaching from the programming, not passing judgment, and balancing our light and darkness, which is our feminine and masculine nature within us, right? And how by doing that, that brings harmony from within. And we go ahead and we not only heal our mental health, but we're able to heal diseases within our body. In my book, you'll find the steps to forgiveness, identifying what has hurt you, who has hurt you, who have you hurt, and identifying the spirits that are operating through these individuals or through you, or are currently operating through you, or we're operating through you. And with that, you're able to, one, become aware that there's something operating through you, whether that it could be something as simple as envy, as jealousy, right? We don't look and talk too much about that because we just find, they just became common things. But undiagnosed jealousy can be detrimental, right? Or undiagnosed envy, right? Where, and I don't mean diagnosed by like you go to a practitioner and they're like, oh, you're just jealous. No, man, I mean like you're operating through the spirit of envy. You're operating through the spirit of jealousy. And because you're operating through that spirit, you are now causing conflicts within you, and you are passing that spirit down onto other people and causing them pain, and you're causing yourself pain. And so it doesn't have, that's just an example of like a common spirit that we just don't look at. But if we're able to go within, right, and we're able to be realistic with ourselves, and we're able to identify what spirits we are operating under, because everything starts with us. So before we go ahead and we put blame on other people, we first need to look at ourselves and say, hey, what part did I play in this, and how did I contribute to this? And then with that, if you're being honest with yourself, you'll realize that there are some things that you need to change within yourself as well, because nobody's perfect, right? So even if that just means like allowing other people to work through you, or to inflict certain beliefs into you, then you are playing a part. And so by doing that, you'll be able to one, become aware that something has affected you, whether you've been hurt or you hurt somebody else. You'll be able to identify the feeling, feel the feeling, right? And then when you identify the feeling, you'll also be able to identify the emotion or the spirit that's operating there. And when you do that, you're not just going to be like, oh, okay, well, it's a spirit of envy. I'm just gonna fuck off envy and move on with my life. No, you're gonna feel the feelings, and you are going to like meditate on it so that you could really understand and comprehend how you've been operating through this spirit, and how it has affected others, or how a spirit has been operating through other people and how it has affected you. And then once you feel your feelings, you're going to go ahead and you're going to separate the person from the spirit, no matter who it is. And this is where the art of detachment comes in, and the deprogramming comes in, specifically from the titles, because we are programmed to have certain people and certain high standards, right? To worship certain people and to kind of like just hold a space for certain people no matter what they do because of who they are. And when I speak on this, I'm specifically referring to like the mother, the father, the brother, the sister, the cousin, the best friend. Because we are in a new age. One, I'm just gonna put it like that. We are in a new age. It's like I'm a whole new level. I'm on a new level. That's right. You're at a new level, and we're just not gonna do that anymore. So we are going to look at people for who they are, no matter what title they hold. So you're going to detach from the titles so that you're able to hold space and have a clear vision of who these people are and what how they operate and what have they done no matter what title they hold. And when you're able to basically look at them from a space of, well, okay, um, let's use the example of like a mother, right? You remove the title and you just look at the individual, a woman who has these entities attached. What entities does this person have attached to them, right? And so you leave the woman to the side, right? And you separate the entities and you put the entities to the side. Well, she's jealous, she's envious, she's hatred, she's always slandering, she's cunning, baffling, insidious, right? When you do that, you're gonna be able to kind of put it to a balance, right? And you could also weigh out the good parts in this person and see if the person has been too contaminated to even be able to deal with. Because remember, there's a thing that it says like, you are the company that you keep. That goes for whoever that is. That's just how I look at it. The best thing that I have ever done in my life has been removing myself from people that were just weighing me down. That like my issues with like my anxiety, my depression, the habits that I had to had to do more with the company that I kept than with me actually doing the like pursuing those habits. Because once I removed those people from my surroundings, once I was able to create space for myself to be able to look at myself and put a mirror to my face and identify what issues I had and what things I needed to work through, and I didn't have the like the people coming in and saying, well, you should do this or you should do that, or going that way is whatever it is. Once you don't have those inputs of people that are just causing issues for you, that are no longer benefiting you, that all they do is create more problems, and that anything that makes you happy gives them sadness, and everything that gives you sadness gives them joy, then you're gonna know who these people are. Like, you're just gonna know. It's gonna be like common sense. There'll be no confusion. That's how I'll put it. You'll know because there will be no confusion, right? So identifying the spirits that these people or persons are operating under. And it could also be like a place. Like, if you know that you go to a place, and at this place, every time you go there, like you get into a fight, let's say. Like, every time you go to the bar, you get into a fight. Or every time you go to the club, you get into some issues, or you do things that you're not so proud of, right? So it could be like people, places, and things, right? So you'll identify the spirits that are operating at these places. You identify the spirits that are operating through these people. And when you do so, and you detach the spirit from the person, from the place, and you're able to like forgive the person, because none of us were created to be garbage. We were all created in the image of the Most High God, creator of all things, or whatever you choose to believe in, that's good. But we were created to be, good, decent human beings, loving, caring, kind, nurturing, So with that understanding, we can, forgive the person and not pass judgment, because we have seen that is a spirit that's operating through them. Like, we have identified that, and we can tell the spirit to go somewhere else. and not engage with the spirit, because we don't engage